You guys, it's the best time of year. It's Cadbury egg season, and we're gonna make Cadbury egg protein balls. I think about these all year round. Someone made them for me last year. I got the recipe, made them endlessly, and haven't made them since. So I'm really excited to make these. Okay, you're gonna start with 2 cups of oats. And you're gonna add 3 scoops of protein powder and maybe a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna mix up our dry ingredients. Okay, this part is totally optional, but I like to take all of my wet ingredients and just melt them in the microwave for maybe 30 seconds, just because I feel like it's a lot easier to mix together if you do that. I've also seen people make these in a food processor, so that's an option too. So we have 1 cup of peanut butter and about a 1/4 cup of honey. These are really your only 2 wet ingredients. I'm gonna hold off on adding the milk until I know what consistency I'm working with. I'm gonna melt this together just for a few seconds. Now we're gonna add that to our dry mixture and give it a mix. You don't want like big clumps of peanut butter, so just take a minute and make sure everything is mixed together. This is honestly the hardest part of the whole recipe. You need to crush up some Cadbury eggs. I'm gonna start with like half a package, maybe a cup. I think it's easiest to put it in a plastic bag, take a meat tenderizer, and crush them up. You want them to look like this. And we're gonna add it to our mixture. Okay, my mixture is looking quite dry, so I am gonna add some milk. I'm gonna start just kind of tablespoon by tablespoon, but I would try not to exceed like a 1/4 cup of milk. And you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do the whole pack of Cadbury eggs. Because let's be honest, this is the best part. This is what it's looking like. It can be a little crumbly, but basically you want it so that if you pick it up and form it into a ball, it will hold its shape. Now we're gonna form them into balls. I'm just gonna put them on a mini baking sheet with some parchment paper. You can just use your hands and roll it into balls. I like to use a cookie scoop just because it makes my life easier. So I'm scooping into balls and then just rolling it really quickly. Do they look like this? Now, don't get it twisted. I would not call these healthy per se. They're literally filled with Cadbury eggs, maple syrup, or honey. So there's definitely an added sweetness element here, but at least you're balancing that out with some added protein in your sweet treat. And if you're anything like me and you have to have at least 1 sweet treat a day, this is the perfect nightcap after dinner to have a couple of these after lunch, whenever you're kind of needing that little sweet treat. Protein balls are complete. It made about 20 protein balls. I'm gonna put them in the fridge for maybe an hour or 2 just to harden, and then I'll put them in a container to store. Warning, they're extremely addictive. So be prepared to eat these all week, but I think you're gonna like them.